I am back to working on these 543 valve heads. I have this head completely finished up. Ordered and polished, gasket matched. I did not mess with the chambers. Did not want to lower the compression. Had the heads shaved. Intakes been ported and polished. Gasket matched. Let's see if I can get a good video, picture, lighting. Intake runners are done. Not perfect, but I'd say they're pretty good for a home porting job, ported and polished. Working on the next head. Marked it with a Sharpie. Finally getting some forward progress on this motor after waiting on pistons. Saving up for pistons. Only thing I got left in the bottom end is I want to replace the rod bolts. Buy some ARPs. Them have been torqued twice and they're torque to yields. So cheap insurance, I want to replace it while I can, while it's out. Just don't want slinging a rod. Trying to line the gaskets up with the bolt holes. Marked them with a Sharpie. Got a pick. Gasket matching. Combination of tools I've used have been air grinder with a assortment of burr tools. I am using a Dremel with assortment of these little sanding discs, and then I am using into this, I cut one of these down because trying to use a 6-inch burr on here was awkward. So I cut it down, took the grinder, cut a slit in the piece I cut off. There you go. And then Scotch-Brites. Comes in a little square 3x6 whatever sheets. Where are they at? These. Cut them down to a little 1.25 strip, whatever you cut your little slot to. Slide it up in there. I can't do it one-handed. Holding the camera. There it goes. And stick it in there. But that's the very last thing. Like I said, that's what I did on this. Pretty smooth. No gouges. Heads are pretty flat. So get this head done and order some valve springs. I want to change the valve springs and you can clean the inside, but I want to change valve springs because these valve springs have got 340,000 miles on them, just like the rod bolts. Go on and get it done. But you can see this one's had a little bit of the sanding disc in them, but I'm gonna open them up. Gasket match. See what the other, yeah. It's had nothing but the burr on it. So see if I can get a time lapse on this. So I'm about to start gasket matching this. Gonna try what I've seen people talk about. WD-40 keeps the burr from getting clogged up. Got my time lapse going up here. Let's get at it. Got it roughed in to the gasket line. I'll go back with the Dremel, smooth all this out and blend it. But got it roughed in. WD-40 did help keeping it from clogging burrs up. Time to get the Dremel. So, using these little sanding discs and the Dremel, had to buy a new Dremel. Burnt my actual Dremel brand one up. So hit up Harbor Freight and got a $20 one. It makes it through finishing this. It's all that matters. But where it's rough from the burr, taking the sanding disc, See the before, after. It's a lot smoother, a lot more rounded. But this is what's about the ceiling. I pay more attention to that than the floor. Airflow or water, gas, exhaust goes this way, it's gonna hit more on the top than the bottom. So let's get the other one too done. Now I take the air Dremel with the Scotch-Brite on the end of it, my little homemade tool. Got them all cleaned up, scotch braided with the little tool I made. So the only thing I got left now is I'm gonna lap the valves. Got some lapping compound and I got a drill. We gonna lap them after this. Then order some springs, and these heads can go back together and they can go back on the block. And get my rod bolts. See y'all later. Appreciate y'all. Like, comment, and subscribe.